We are excited tonight because we are gonna do a couple of things that you might like. One is, guys, if you would talk to my wife, and I want you all to drop something in the comments, tell me something good to my wife. They said, Jet, hush. And I'm gonna go put them in the crate because they took their little medicine. They need to go take a little rest because
yeah, they do.
He is such a mama's boy. It's
Paloma, free the baby. It's funny because when they first came home from the surgery, it worked really well. And I don't know if they're developing some kind of resistance to it or what, but it doesn't put them down anymore. So, thank you, Rika. So how are you guys? Did you have a good day? Hey, Charmaine. Larita, how are you? Good to see you all. We had a fantastic day. I had to drive to Dallas today. Had to go see Miss Eleanor and had a little work appointment. And T was running around and doing work here and hanging out with the babies. And it was just a good, normal day. Hey, Yoli. You had a super day today? Thank you, Nisha. Worked on contracts again. Love that. An exam. Hope you did well. Lindsay, you had a busy day. I think those are the best. What's T's job? T?
Yeah.
What's your job? We still have a few more interviews, right?
Yes, I had another interview today. We've not had a chance to share with you all yet, but I did have an interview today. I asked her how many interviews I have left, and she said 3 or 4.
Is that what I said?
Basically. So, y'all been telling each other something good?
I just told him a little brief rundown of the day, which was nothing. I just told him I had to go to Dallas to see Eleanor. Had a little business appointment, and you were running around and getting things done, and taking care of the babies and, stuff.
And like cutting some ties.
Yeah, that's a big part of today for you. Share that with them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Why are you so pretty?
Baby, because you ordered pretty.
What else I order?
Sassy. Shady.
Baby, how much has your shady number increased since you've been married? Since we've had TC Fan, the last 2 years, how much more shade do you display? What percentage is more than before? How about that?
Let's just call it full sun.
Before it was what, partial sun?
It was shade.
Oh, it's shade.
It's just full sun.
Now it's full sun. You guys, so I'm gonna tell you something today, okay? I'm gonna just talk a little bit because I'm really kind of proud of myself. And
I'm proud of you too.
Thank you, baby. Baby, I think we should tell them also about our little dinner when the manager came. I think we should talk about that too because that was so cute. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's so cute. Anyway, you guys, can I tell y'all something? Let me tell y'all something. All right, so for those of you who don't know, 6 months ago, I quit my corporate job, and I've been in education for over 30 years. I started as a school teacher, principal, and I retired or quit as a superintendent. And so one thing when I was thinking about like this whole process of like quitting your job and not really having a next, right? Technically, I'm retired. I could retire, right? But I started thinking about like just it's retiring. It's not really retiring, it's kind of rewiring. So I'm like rewiring my brain to try to find my next. Like, what is my next big opportunity, right? And so I had a couple of things that I was focused on with my leadership practice that I really was excited about and enjoyed the work. And, the last couple of 2-3 months, I've been talking to my wife about like, baby, I just don't know if this is something that I want to continue. And even though I said I was going to do it, I was excited about doing it. And today I made the decision and I made the call that I was going to cut off that connection of work that I was doing. And I also resigned from a board that I was a part of that was also an education board. And I've done it for 2 years. I've loved my time there. But I think what it signaled for me was a huge shift in moving away from comfort to expanding my horizon and saying, like, what else is there besides what I know, right? So I resigned from a board today. I pulled back from a big project that I was focusing on that was in the education space. And when I did that, the thought that I had in my mind was, God, enlarge my territory. Enlarge my territory. And I just kept saying that, enlarge my territory, enlarge my territory. And then in that moment, you guys, even though I had thought about it, I hadn't, like, I literally got on the computer and was like, I'm making the call today, like right now, I'm making the call. And I did. Shift happens. That's right, Tyus. And so I'm like, if I'm asking God to enlarge my territory, I have to stick. I can't just stick to what I know. I have to say enlarge my territory and whatever that looks like. And so I'm ready for shift to happen. The other thing is because we have a big contract coming this year. And because we have a big contract coming, I need to be able to have the space and the bandwidth to focus on this project. Now, you might say, Tracie, what project do you all have? What contract? What are y'all working on? I don't know what it is. But let me tell you, it's going to happen because I'm manifesting that. So because I'm manifesting that, I know it's going to happen. I've asked God to enlarge my territory. It is like step away from comfort and familiarity and open your world even bigger and, badder than you ever would have imagined. And so I was really proud of myself today because, baby,
this is a big step.
Huge for me.
Huge.
Yeah, it was.
Huge.
So I was proud of myself. My baby said, I'm proud of you. I said, thank you, baby. It's nice when your wife says, I'm proud of you, girl. Like it just, it hits a little bit different. So thank you. So I wanted to share that with you all because that's something that, it's easy to stay in the familiar and stick with what you know. There's a lot of comfort in that. And it's scarier and more liberating to just be like, I'm just ready for my next. I'm open to whatever comes next. And I am.
Stay scared forward.
Yeah, that's true. I like that.
Yeah.
So that's my news for today that happened during my
Right? So inspiring.
my
I
afternoon.
feel that too.
You know what, you guys, and I'm not done. I'm going to talk a little bit because I said I wanted to do a video about this, one of my Manifesting Mondays, which I've just not gotten to yet. And it is about like the middle, like being messy. When you start something new, you're excited, you imagine all the possibilities, you like imagine what it's going to feel like at the end. And then in the middle, it gets real hard. So when I quit my job, I had no next. I didn't have a job. I knew that it was time for me to transition away from that position, right? So when I did, I was excited. I'm ready to go. Like whatever it is, I'm ready. And now I'm in the middle. And the middle is real messy. That's when you start doubting yourself. You start questioning. You start wondering. And it's in the middle where the magic actually happens. That's where the discomfort lies, is in the middle. And you only can grow and change when you are uncomfortable. So part of today was me releasing my comfort to launch into my next, which baby's gonna be a big contract. I don't know what it is, but she knows. I've been talking to her about it for probably 2
having
months.
this conversation.
Like it's happening.
Yes.
Anyway, so I just wanted to share that with you all. So if you're in the middle of like, it's the messy part, whether it's a job, a relationship, a friendship, a project, it's real messy in the middle. But boy, when that clarity comes towards the end, it's going to all make sense. It's going to all make sense. So that'll preach. That's my sermon for the day. I'm done, baby. Take over.
Preacher T.
It's already
Teacher
done.
T to preacher T.
That's right, Ted. That's right.
Right?
It's my ministry, right?
Preacher T to teach. I can't say it now.
You said
Teacher T to preacher T.
Say faster.
I can't.
Hi, Katie.
Jay Monet.
Hi, Stephanie. Thank you so much. So you guys, what are we doing today, baby? For the third day of our anniversary live.
We are going to answer some questions.
We're gonna ask y'all. We're
Kind of
gonna see
like the newlywed game.
But we're gonna see how well y'all know us too.
Yeah, but you guys have to tell us.
You have to answer the questions and we're gonna answer them.
And then we'll tell you if you're right or wrong. Yeah.
And then what are we gonna do? What else are we gonna do?
We're going to tell our story like it's never been told before.
Hey, we didn't talk about this.
Like it's the first time we've ever told it.
Babe, we need to talk a little bit. Let me make sure my
Excuse
wife
us.
is gonna
Excuse us.
Baby.
Come on, baby. You got this.
Anyway, that's what we're doing tonight, you guys. Mary, see, she's already starting. Do you guys have a house tour? No, child, we haven't had a house tour.
No.
We've shown a couple of rooms in the house, but not.
Yeah, we have.
That's about it.
We need to make another video, though. And we need to do some outside shots. Because the lawn looks so pretty.
Yeah, been working on that. Anyway, you guys, so do y'all want to do some questions? We have some questions. And I think we're going to ask you all the questions.
They said the governor has left the building.
Baby, no, we can't do that.
That's what they said.
Because they know, baby.
Mo, what can we and not
Baby.
do?
Is Orange Hoodie here?
Mahogany's here.
She is Mahogany. Which
Hey,
one is
Trisha.
Tracy? She's Tracy.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm Tracy. I get to be Tracy tonight.
You think we should tell the story from like we're the other person?
Oh, that'd be funny.
Oh, that would, if we told how we met and I'm telling it as Tracy and you're as Cheryl and you're saying it as Tracy, that might be an interesting twist.
Okay.
We'll see.
You'll just have to keep me on track.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's time for maybe my microphone. You think it's time for how well do you know the aunties?
And how well do the aunties know each other?
I'm gonna get my guitar to do the little intro.
You need your guitar?
To do the intro. Mm-hmm.
You want me to get it?
I'm gonna get it just right there.
Okay,
Can you
I'll
hold this
hold
for
the
a second,
computer.
baby girl? Baby girl.
I know. This is going to be really good. She has to get her guitar. You look so cute.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Why'd you do that?
Because it was about to knock the thing. I just moved it over.
Babe, but you moved my whole chin. What's wrong?
I have no idea what's wrong.
Hey, what is wrong? Mahogany, can you please text my wife? I don't know what I don't know what's going on. But I'm about to sing y'all a little ditty before we get ready for our next little segment. Our next segment is how well do you know the aunties? And to prepare for this,
She got me so stressed.
who said that? Mahogany?
No.
Mahogany. Oh Lord, she said C.
She did.
And she put the eyes, baby, because she knows. We
I don't believe it. Did you, Mahogany? Yes, Marie Pumpkin. This is our home.
That's y'all's house? Yeah, child.
And it's about to be fire. I've waited 2 years for all the details.
Baby, can I just get a little bit of room? Maybe
Yes,
put the
love.
laptop
Here,
down.
let me just.
Or can you just? Well, that's not
Go
really.
ahead.
That didn't go with my laptop though.
Go
I mean
ahead.
my
Go
guitar. It's time for how do you? Excuse me, 1 second. It's time for how well do you know the aunties? How well do you know the aunties? We're gonna ask a question tonight. It's up to you. If you are right, baby, you better get these answers right. If you know the aunties, you're gonna know the answers, baby. We're gonna throw some trick questions tonight. You better answer them right, or this live is over. It's time for How Well Do You Know the Aunties with Tracie and my wife,
Cheryl.
It's time for How Well Do You Know the Aunties with my current wife,
Tracie.
and Cheryl.
Let's go, baby.
All right, thank you, Big Nate, for the encouragement.
That's
We're
true.
going to go through these and say like, now you're going to put a T if you think the answer is Tracie. You're going to put a C if you think the answer is Cheryl. Or you can use your favorite emote, okay? Your favorite, if you're a subscriber, you can use your favorite T or C emote. We need to produce stickers, baby.
I know, we said that last time, and we will. It's just been a busy week.
First question is,
No, we're not going there again.
oh, I just saw that.
Next. We're not going there
I
again.
don't have that one. It's a different one.
Well, I don't have that one either.
Yeah, I know yours.
Who?
Can we ask them?
No.
We're going to ask them.
No.
Why?
Just go to number 2.
I was going to ask, baby, why? It's cute. It's fun. Who? They said T. Who has the worst handwriting? T or C?
Okay.
You okay with that, ma'am?
Yes, that's very benign.
Baby, that's not. Have fun, baby.
Let's have a kiss and start over. That's better. You didn't get one? Okay. We're starting over.
Who has the worst handwriting? Who do you think, baby?
Well, you say you do.
I do.
She says she does. She was going to, I wrote the couple of forevers and for our tattoo, and she was going to write mine and I was going to write hers. And she said she was not going to do that. She didn't like her
Yeah,
handwriting.
my handwriting's the worst. Okay. Next question. Who is most likely to steal food from each other's plate? T or C? And you can stop lying to me. I do too. Do, 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 do. What do you think, baby?
Me.
It is C. The answer is C.
I like to graze around.
Yeah, she doesn't do much, but if it's going to be done, she likely will do it.
What's your partner's go-to karaoke song?
Well, they're going to say,
Ours. Who's karaoke? Who? Say it, baby. My brain's so tired.
well, because you have to change the words. They don't really,
Yeah.
they won't know that probably.
They sure do.
What my favorite karaoke song is?
We've
and
said
yours?
this on a live before.
What is it? What is it? Too many. See, they don't know that. Not Hey Girl. Baby, here's a question.
Wade in the water.
Look, baby.
I Will Survive.
Here, read this
What?
one.
Who is the shopaholic? Why'd you pick that one?
I know somebody didn't put T. I know you didn't put T. 'Cause
So
you don't-
obvious.
You don't know. You don't know.
Red
anything.
Velvet. See Rizzle. Yes. Okay. I think
Which one? Or you can say which, but this one you can say what is so and so's favorite, or your or mine, or.
go ahead. It's your time.
Okay. What is C's favorite emoji?
Do you know?
I think so.
I think so. Okay.
Eye roll.
The big eyes.
I'm wondering if you all know, like when there's a post, because we kind of use our favorite emojis in the posts. Okay, you tell me. Let me tell you what I think. I think it's either just a heart or it's the blushing face. Mm-hmm. Which one? Or either of those?
I like the heart. Is that the one that Haley does all the time with the eyes? It's like blush. They're blue, the eyes at the top. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
I can't show you. I don't know if that's called blushing though. I also like the smile with the hearts all around it.
That's what I'm talking about, the blushing one.
Okay.
That's what I mean by that one.
That's the one I
yeah.
like. Yeah, that one.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Which one is my favorite emoji?
Yes, that one, Jazzy. That's the one I was thinking of.
Which one's my favorite emoji? Danielle, yes, that's one.
Sarah Rue, yes. Tyus, yes. The laughing ones. And you like the skull,
I haven't seen the other
too.
one.
You like the skull.
Sometimes
when they
it's
take
really
you
funny.
out, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, rare.
Okay, I've seen one. I do. If you see a lot of like the little teary eyes, yes. But there's one no one's done yet
Really?
that I post all the time.
Really?
Yes. Who's gonna get it?
The one with the blue at the top of the eyes?
No. What do you mean blue, baby?
I'm going to show you. That's the one I like too. I know which one you're talking about.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Jessica D just got it. This one.
Oh, yeah.
The
that's
laughing,
cute.
like the kiki kiki. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the one I was thinking of, but
Yeah.
that's not what she was talking about.
They know the answer to this.
These are just easy, baby.
Okay, we'll go to another ones. Next ones. Okay.
Let's do harder ones.
Oh. Any of these? Which one?
What did T wear on our first date?
Where's that?
Do you remember?
Where's that?
Was it a date?
Well, it depends on which one you're saying is a date. I don't remember what I wore to True Lux. I don't remember. I know what you had on.
What I have on, girl?
They can tell you. What did she have on? But it depends on the first date, though, babe, because it's confusing.
We had lots of first dates.
We had a lot
I
of
think.
first dates. What
That
did
weren't
I
dates.
wear the day that, when C wore the leather pants, which was our first kind of unofficial date? What did I wear? I don't remember, baby.
You had on an orange shirt
Oh,
in that
okay.
picture, but
Okay.
I don't remember what you had on.
No, I didn't have on purple
the
lace.
No.
No.
Yeah, that was another date.
What do they know this?
I don't even know what mine is. I guess I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
What is C's biggest pet peeve? What's my wife's biggest pet peeve?
Do you know? You do? Tell me.
I think so.
Tell me.
They're rude people, chewing gum. You in the kitchen.
No.
Rudeness, alarms.
Clutter. Alarms, yes.
Lie for no reason. Alarms,
Yes,
alarms.
yes. Spelling, grammar, for sure.
Short countertops.
Ah, that's good.
A budget.
A budget. Disrespectful people.
That boy in Mexico.
Oh,
Babe, no.
Mr. Fabulous.
Small
rugs.
Mickey Mouse closets. Speed limit.
Splitting checks. $10 crosses. They know. They know all my pet peeves.
What's my biggest pet peeve? Babe, I'm gonna put him out of his
What are we
misery.
gonna do?
We're gonna put him in his attic.
He's in the kennel too.
And the door's closed and the lights are off. You wanna go get him?
What am I gonna do with
Put him in
him?
your lap. Put him over there.
What do we do with her?
Put her over there too.
Baby, we're gonna have to get off the live.
We'll put him out in a minute. Let him go outside and make a pee-pee. He wants
He
to
wants to say hi to us.
Being hot, the lights being on,
Easy on them babies.
light bill.
They're missing you, Katie. All them lights on. That's true.
The light
I
bill.
know I need to go get him.
No
Let
ring.
my boy loose.
My biggest pet peeve is no ring on. I don't know if y'all know. Do you know, baby?
Well, grammar's a big one.
Yeah, but not as much as something else. I mean, it is, but not like I don't like freak out or get all,
What is bigger? Have you seen it yet?
I just saw it.
Being late? Oh, no. And we got married? We got married in a fever.
Also, it's being late and people who are unappreciative.
Pumping gas.
Unappreciative people and being late. Biggest pet peeves. Yes, people who don't say thank you. I don't understand that.
I don't either.
I don't like it.
I don't either.
Those are my two.
This
Okay,
is
so
getting
baby,
all over me.
I'm gonna
Okay,
wait.
I'll go get the babies.
I'm gonna ask a question about you while you're gone.
You are?
Not about you, but okay. Here's a question. See who knows the answer.
Okay.
What's my wife's favorite season? What's C's favorite season of the year? Which one's her favorite? See if y'all know. Fall, Christmas season. It's really summer. She likes the sun. She likes summer. She likes it hot as hell. I mean, she'll just sit outside. It's 100 degrees. And I'm like, girl, we don't do summer. And she doesn't like the sun, though, but she likes it hot. Yeah. And then what's my favorite season? Fall. Yes, my favorite is fall. Autumn. Here's Mr. Spoiled.
Here's the little boy.
Here's
Want
Mr.
to take his little hat off?
Yeah.
While he's sitting.
Here's little spoiled man.
This is my baby right here. Hold on, Jetty. I'm taking it off. Hold on, little boy. I take it off. Yes, I take it off.
Just
See?
spoiled. Look at him.
See? That's a good baby right there.
See, that's what he wanted. That's all he wanted.
He's a good baby. He's sweet. He said my hair
He's
looks a
so
mess because
sleepy.
of that cone.
Did you want to go lay
He's
down?
so tired.
Jack, go lay down on your little bed, okay? Or put this little bed down here, maybe.
Yeah, I can pull it
And he
over
can
here.
lay down here. Excuse us, you guys.
Hang on.
We're doing a little intercession here. I mean, intermission, not intercession. Okay, here's another one, you guys. Who is more stubborn? Who is more stubborn? Hi, Sloan. All I see is two beautiful black women, someone said. Who's more stubborn? Sarah Rue's like, I know my auntie.
Which
Thank
one?
you, Annelle.
Let me go get Charlie. Okay, I'll be right back.
Yes, 1,000%.
What did they say?
They're mostly saying C. Baby, if you're in here, you got to lay down. Jack, lay down. Okay? Lay down, baby. There you go. C, murder. What is, y'all know my wife's favorite dessert? What is my favorite dessert? Do y'all know my favorite dessert? I'm going to see if they know. I don't know. Baby, the sachet just gave the answer away about who's more stubborn. Y'all do know.
What?
Banana pudding.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Come here, Jetty.
It has to be really good banana
Come
pudding.
here, Jetty. We're gonna lay
no,
down.
my guitar is out, son. You can't.
Come on. You gotta lay down, okay? Stay there.
If y'all don't lay down, you know what's going to happen.
Stay here.
You know what's going to happen if you don't lay down, Charlie Brown?
Come here. I said lay down. Come here, Jet.
Baby,
Yes.
which one do you want to do now? You think they know this?
Our shoe size? I don't know. I don't know how they would, but you can ask them.
What's my wife's shoe size? What's C's shoe size? What size shoe does my wife wear?
Close. Yep, someone got it. Yep. They're all over the place from 7 to 10.
11?
No!
I mean, nothing wrong with 11, but
Look at her.
she's about to go night-night.
She's like, why is that foot on me? I wear a 9.5. 13.75.
What size shoe do I wear? I mean, I'm wearing a
2 people got it. 4 people got it. 5 people. 6, 7, 8.
I wear a 10. My wife wears 9.5. I wear a 10. All right. You guys, if my wife was a DJ, what would her DJ name be? We'll do both of ours. What's my wife's DJ name and my DJ name? DJ Ginger, DJ Big Red, Spicy Red.
DJ Portia.
DJ Mercy. Sea Brizzle.
Red Pepper.
Sea Riz. Trimble T. What would my DJ name be?
Sea Rizzle and T Drop.
T Rizzle on the beat.
DJ Be Sweet.
Rooster the Shooter. DJ Money. T Drop. I like T Drop. T Bizzle. T Pain. T Puddin.
T Zaddy.
Okay. The next one, we are going to imitate each other. This one.
DJ Tootsie T.
Oh, we should ask him to describe it.
That was because you're a Tootsie Roll baby.
Tootsie Roll. What is our go-to dance move? Do you want to imitate me? Can I imitate you? What's my wife's go-to dance move?
Lay down. No, you can't lick that. Just lay down.
You gonna put that cone back
Lay
on?
down or I'm gonna put the cone back on you.
One finger C.
What do? I don't even know what I do.
She does
And
the
T
finger.
goes. And the shoulder shimmy. I do the shoulder shimmy.
A little shoulder, a slide. Uh-huh.
Be still.
They had surgery.
Yeah, they can't lick on
See
themselves.
with her hand up?
Yeah.
Yep.
Lay down,
I
Daddy.
don't know. T be doing the rodeo. I do.
Finger point C. T's little rodeo move.
T be twerking too.
The lasso.
The lasso move. Who has a shorter attention span?
Oh.
Thank you. That's so sweet. It's a combination, huh? Who has the shorter? Just a jet.
That's
It's really
it.
Charlie. It's really Charlie. Who do you think, baby?
You.
You think I have the shorter attention span than you?
Uh-huh.
I disagree.
You can't do that, little boy. Come here, Charlie. Come here. Come here. Come here.
Relax, mommies.
Stay here. Stay right there. I really am here. It's just I have kids over here.
They probably gonna make a pee-pee.
See, do be getting distracted. That's because I got 2 dogs over here licking their wounds, and they're not supposed to.
That's right.
Charlie and Jet.
Who is the worst at keeping a secret? Baby, that's just a question. I'm asking.
Yeah, and they know the answer to that. They better know the answer to that.
They know the answer to that.
Sea can't hold water? That's so not true.
Baby, yes, baby. Baby, you tell all kind of stuff. You be
I
just
do not.
baby, that's where no governor C comes from. You just be talking.
Baby, those aren't secrets. If somebody tells me a secret, I go to the grave with it. That's the truth. Tell me that's not true. C spills it all. Okay.
Who texts back the quickest? Who texts back the quickest? I don't tell it all. I just tell. I mean, I'll like tell my wife, but no. C texts back the quickest. T adopt me. Thank you. Baby, who do you think?
You do.
And I'm not always quick, so that tells you something. Sometimes it just takes a little while. Honestly, since I have not had an 8 to 5 job, I'm worse about text messages. I'm not as connected to my phone, so that's why. Baby.
Yeah.
Where was our first kiss?
They know. They know.
But I was trying to think about when it was. Like in terms of like, after how many visits to, how many
Trips to Trulux.
Yes, it was in the car.
Yeah, it was in the car.
Baby. C's car. Hush, Katie. Baby. Yes, we're sisters, Teddy. Never mind. Babe, what was your first concert? I don't know if I know that.
Yeah, you do, because we talked about it.
I don't remember.
The Commodores, Lionel Richie. Remember when we went to see Lionel Richie and I told you that? We saw, yeah.
I guess I don't remember that. Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool, that's a good one to be first. Do you remember my first one? I don't know if I've told you all.
I don't know if I remember. Who?
Garth Brooks.
Oh, I love him.
My first concert was Garth Brooks.
I love it.
Who is scared of killing bugs? T or C? Y'all don't know.
Only 2 C's out of all the T's.
Hey, why do you start talking before they even finish?
I'm just being observant.
I mean, you give it away before they even finish.
Babe, they already know.
No, I'm saying you see 3 answers and you start talking.
T already running out the door.
Gone. Yes, he does handle all that.
C handles all that.
If I won the lottery, what would be the first thing I would buy?
Like a big lottery, right?
Mm-hmm. Not Target, child. And my Target, who? Target who? What? Definitely a house abroad. I don't know where, baby. Maybe Mexico, maybe, I don't know where, but a house somewhere else. On the beach.
Yeah.
What do you think? What would my wife buy first if she won the lotto?
I know what I'd buy.
Something pretty. All Joe's jewelry. Yeah. A Tootsie store.
I would buy the biggest diamond I could find for my wife. just obnoxiously big. I would.
You can put on him, but you rubbing it on.
Huh? I'm rubbing on her.
What's your?
I am. I'm massaging her. She's loving
She's
it.
asleep?
Look at her.
She's
Yes.
asleep.
I'm massaging him up here in
That's
my lap
love.
and her down here with my feet.
How many unread
Big Pimpin' C.
We'll do that. We'll do another one. Oh, where are the other ones? Wait. Oh, sorry. Un momento.
Did you get all of those?
Yeah, they were. I mean, they're the ones that were really. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Okay, that's enough. Okay, that segment's over. Unless you have other questions.
I can think of a few. If we don't want a lull.
Oh, no. I'm not worried about no little. Good night. 3 truths and a lie.
Okay.
Thank you, Jacole Maverick. Well, we can tell our story because it's
Gee, what would you buy?
a house. Remember, a house.
Oh, a house
overseas.
in another country. Yeah.
Real estate. I would invest it in a house where we can go travel and we'd have a little extra little place.
Would you rather? That's a good game. They said, no, don't go. We're not going anywhere. No, she was just playing.
We're ready for the story. She's multitasking. She really is. I be looking at C like I'm hypnotized. No, I don't, girl.
She does, girl.
Thank you for the roses. It's Kelly.
Do, baby, may I ask you a question?
No, I don't. I'm new here. How'd y'all meet, Yvonne? Well, I think it's time, Jet. Are you going to go? Can you lay down now, you think?
I think so, because
She
she's
should go night-night, Jet. She should go
Your
night-night.
sister's asleep.
Because she's with us. Oh, I love him so much. Come here, baby. Come here, little boy. She's just mommy's little spoiled baby. Don't be kissing my ear. I'm doing all that. There's your mud,
I rubbed her to sleep.
Good.
She's out.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. She's still out. We may have to whisper.
Hi, baby boy.
I love all 4 of y'all. Thank you.
Look, he's trying to get down. Want to be with you. Look. Look at him.
I don't
Look at him.
know.
Baby, look. Baby, look. No, seriously, look right now. Look.
No, Joanne, it's not a green screen.
He's looking at you.
Baby. I did, baby.
You see, because that's my mommy. You're my mommy, but she's my mommy. She's my mommy, but she's my mommy. My baby boy. He's just so sweet, baby. She's so
He is so precious.
He's just so sleepy. He's a sleepy baby.
She's asleep. Okay.
So he just holds him. I know. She does.
To baby.
All right, we're going to talk about the next segment is how did we meet? Seriously, it is the most asked question. People who don't know us and people who know us.
Yeah.
How did y'all meet? Some of y'all have heard this story 15 times.
That's right, Big Knee.
And you're the main ones asking us to retell it. So,
I'll hold him.
of course you will. By popular demand.
Okay, Charlie. Charlie, come here. Why'd you wake up? Charlie.
Charlie.
Where you going? Oh, now she's up, so he's going to get all.
Come here, honey. Come here. She's so sleepy. Come here.
She's staggering around. She's so sleepy.
She's so sleepy.
Come here, baby.
Go night-night, sleepy. She just... that pill kicked in. She's...
No, it's true, Nee.
Come here, pumpkin.
It's like not being able to see life without my wife. Not being able to see life without all you guys.
What do you mean?
And the puppies, they said, now you can't see life without them. I said, yeah, it's so true. Okay, Demi, go get your blanket and your headphones.
And your popcorn, because here we go.
Hello in Brazil.
I think we just tell it as ourselves. Now, Mommy, we're going to tell a story, but there are parts of the story that you're going to have to close your ears because you don't need to know about your mommies and how they met and what they did when they met, okay?
Yeah. Those stories.
We're going to close your little ears.
Those stories went with Jax. They did.
Just mad at you. Mommy, don't lick my neck, okay? You don't do that. You just go night-night, okay, baby? You just go night-night. Okay, you guys. So, my name is Tracie.
Yes, Mahogany, we're not going to get out of control.
My name is Tracie.
And my name is Cheryl.
And we met in person on...
No, back. Because I got this to say about the time we met.
Well,
Where'd you go? Night-night, baby.
So my name is Tracie. I was a single girl, single girl, doing single girl things. My wife was single. She was doing single girl things. And I actually knew who she was because of who she was dating in the community. She was dating, someone that was pretty well known. So we'd see them I'd see them around or around town or on Facebook. We had a lot of mutual friends. And so we became friends on Facebook. I actually requested her on Facebook. I found her business page first. And again, I think we had several mutual friends. So somehow I don't know if someone liked maybe something on your business page or you shared something or I don't know how, but I saw her business Facebook page and I was like, oh, wow, her stuff is she's really talented. And I always loved home stuff. I love looking at houses. I like putting things together in homes or what have you. And so I started following your business page. So I started following her business page and you were posting more frequently then on your business page. And so then I don't know why, but I requested you on Facebook. I was like, I think I'm going to ask you to be my friend on Facebook. And it's a 2016, but I think it was before then. I think it was 2012 or 13 that we became friends on Facebook. And so throughout the, several years, I would like comments or I'd like posts or pictures. She's going to probably talk to you about some of that. So we would, I probably liked your stuff more than you liked mine. You did sometimes, but I pretty much would, like her stuff here and there. And so again, no thought of ever meeting in person. We had, mutual friends or what have you in common, but no reason for us to meet in person, right?
Yeah.
Did you want to start talking?
No. Mm-hmm.
So we, again, just kind of liked things here and there. No big deal. I don't remember what year it was. I know you will. I messaged her on her birthday. I sent her a message on Facebook and I was like, hey, I don't know why I did that because y'all, your girl, she don't.
Sorry, baby.
It's okay. It's between Charlie and this sleeve over here.
I think it was around 2019 that you sent me a message. But 3 years before that, if I may interject just a tiny bit, I went in Facebook stuff today just to kind of see because we needed some receipts, right? Because the story is, or always has been, that around 2019 she sent me that DM on my birthday. But if you look very closely here, it says 2016, A. Tracie Brown to Cheryl Parsa Brown said, enjoy another birthday and even more gorgeous than ever.
I don't even remember sitting that.
2016. 3 years.
Show it again, baby.
3 years. 3 years before she slid into my DMs.
Your card they're saying is showing.
Oh, sorry.
So in
2016.
2016, we were friends on Facebook, so I just said happy birthday and I said enjoy. And she liked it. That's all. She just liked it. Yeah, that's new because I don't remember that, y'all. She found it today. I was like, oh, hell. No, I didn't know her. We were just friends on Facebook.
We were just friends.
Yeah, people tell you, Facebook will say, oh, it's so-and-so's birthday. And so I was like, oh, I'll send her a little message or put it on her, not put that on your wall, on your Facebook wall. That was in 2016. And then what, baby? I saw her in person in 2015. Before that, I saw you in person. That's when I saw her at a restaurant.
It was
And
before that? Yes, it was.
it
It was
had
like
to be
10 or 11.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Because that started
It was,
9.
you're absolutely right. It was I saw her in person in 2010 because I was working at SMU. 2010, I saw her in person. She was with her little girlfriend. They were at lunch. They were at lunch. And so I saw her in a restaurant and I was looking, I was like, oh. Lock your
she
phone.
is.
Okay. I was like, oh, that's Cheryl. But, we didn't know each other. We were just friends on Facebook. And so that was the first time I saw you in person. And then that was it. I didn't see you in person anymore until I met you in person. I saw her in person in 2010 at a restaurant. I met her in person in 2021. 11 years later, I met her in person.
Isn't that crazy?
I saw my future wife at a restaurant having lunch with her girlfriend. What the hell?
Yep.
Did you hear that? Your mommy had a girlfriend before me. Did you hear that?
And in the meantime, I noticed this girl. I noticed this girl and these eyes.
What did you think when you saw that girl?
I thought you were the most beautiful, stunning, gorgeous, breathtaking creature.
Baby.
I'm telling you. And this is the picture I had in my mind when I saw that picture come up with the orange hoodie. Just telling you. It was this girl I went to help.
Baby.
I mean, what are you going to do? Yeah. And while I was admiring T, Dr. T, Pretty T, Bambi T, she was liking a few. I'm going to show you a few of her favorites.
Oh, yeah. I liked that one.
C in the gold dress.
Yes, I definitely liked that one or hearted it or whatever. I like that one.
This one with
love
my,
that one.
my best friend in the whole world who's no longer with me, Jared.
He passed away.
That one.
I definitely liked that white dress. I was like, oh, I like that white dress. So I liked it on Facebook.
And this one with my girl Tiffany in Jamaica.
Baby, that's Jamaica Gate swimsuit. Is she your baby? Is your baby?
Yeah.
And I like that one too. They
Which
said
one?
body T. That one.
This one?
No, the one you showed.
This one? This one?
I'm just saying I liked it on Facebook.
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying,
liked it. Yeah. She did.
So that's kind of how it started, right? So just kind of liking each other's posts or whatever. And then in 2019, I sent her a private message. I DM'd her in 2019 and I was like, hey, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. I just wanted to tell you that I really admire, your light and your love for your family. You seem like you really enjoy life. And I really hope the next year for you is amazing. Like happy birthday, whatever. And she responded, what, baby, why is she?
I don't know, baby. Just let her love on you.
And she said, she responded and she was like, oh, thank you so much. And off to the run at the trails and thank you so much for the message or whatever. And so that was in 2019. And so 2020, of course, we didn't talk. No, I wasn't shooting my shot, honestly. I really wasn't. And then, Mommy, I'm gonna go put you down, okay? You should go lay down. So we
Come
can
over
tell
here.
our story. Grown folks.
Come here, Charlie. She just looks like she's about to fall over.
She's sleepy.
I know.
But she don't want to go to sleep. Come here, Mommy, go take a pee.
She's afraid she's gonna miss something.
She is. So, I sent her that message and I was like, okay. Happy birthday, whatever. She responded, that was it. And then in 2021,
Yes, the next picture that stole my heart. Day 3, no water, no electricity, no food.
so we had this massive ice storm in Dallas, Texas in February of 2021, right? I lived on the 27th floor, lived in a penthouse, 27th floor in a high rise. I had no water, no electricity, no heat, nothing. And I had 2 dogs at the time. I posted on Facebook because the news found me and featured me on the news about not having power, and they couldn't figure out why our power wasn't coming on. And I was just shivering. It was 55 degrees in my house, 55 degrees inside the house. It was terrible. So my wife messaged me at 3:00 in the morning on Facebook and said, hey, listen, I know that you live close to me because I can tell by your view. Like, I have food, I have water, I have electricity. Like, please, just if you can get here, I can feed you. So when I woke up the next morning, I saw this message and I'm like, now mind you, I've seen this woman for 12, 13 years on Facebook. So it was not like she was a stranger, but not like I had no idea who she was. And so I,
Look who's texting me.
what did you show?
I said, look who's texting me. That's what she said. Go ahead.
She's so fast, y'all. You see? Bye, see. She's so fast.
Ooh, this thing met her at the door. Go ahead.
So then, you can't wait, can you? So I was like, oh my gosh. I had a friend of mine over who had no power either. We were like just thugging it out together. Just like no air, no heat, no food, nothing. And I was like, look, Cheryl. And she knew who Cheryl was too. But again, she knew who Cheryl was. I'll just say that. I won't get into all the details. But I was like, hey, Cheryl messaged me. And she was like, she has food. So like, I think we're hungry. I'm going to go down there and get us some food. And she was like, okay. And I was like, well, yeah, I'm just going to go. I was a little bit, I'm not sure because, Black folks, we don't just like eat at everybody's house. We got to kind of know how you do your kitchen, how you deal with your animal. We got to just know stuff, right? But anyway, we were hungry. So I slid my ass down that hill, literally in my car. And she messaged and was like, hey, I'm making chili. Do you want onions in your chili? Do you like cheese? And I was like, no onions, but I love cheese. And baby, when I tell you, she put 71 pounds of cheese in that chili and her foot and a love potion in that chili. So I slid down there, you guys, and I was kind of nervous because I had not had a shower in 3 days. Like I literally had on all these clothes because I was freezing. And I smelled. I'm sure I didn't smell good. I hadn't had a shower, whatever. So I pulled up and I messaged her because I didn't have her phone number. And I was like, hey, I'm downstairs. And it was literally 3 blocks from my house. That's how close we lived together. 3 blocks away we lived. I had no idea. You had just moved there, 2 months before? In December? Anyway, so she came out and she had all these bags, you guys. This food smelled like so divine. I was like, oh my God. And she came down with all these bags. And the biggest OC smile. She was just a grinning. And she got dressed up to come downstairs. Now, I already told you what I look like. But look at what she had on when she came downstairs to meet me. They said, no, ma'am. Now, what do y'all think? I'm
Boots
coming
with
with
the
an orange
fur.
hoodie, no bath, no deodorant, no
Let
nothing.
me see again.
What? And I was like, thank you so much. You've been so thoughtful. I really appreciate you, give me this food. And she's like, give me a hug. I was like, no, ma'am, I cannot hug you. I've not showered for 3 days. And she's like, oh no, you're gonna hug me. So
I said,
she
give me a hug.
So she hugged me, and then I hugged my future wife that day. And it was warm. It was just very like, there was a comfort. It was comforting, is what I will say. So I felt like in that moment, like, this is going to be something. We're going to be friends for a long time. Like, this is going to be special, a very special connection. And that was day one. And I took the food home. The food was good. Okay. The food was delicious. And so the next day she was like, and I posted on Facebook, I was like, oh my gosh, people don't have to be kind, but she was so kind. Thank you so much. I tagged her because we were friends. And so the next day she was like, hey, I made Moroccan chicken and peppers. I made this and I made this. And I was like, well, hell, I'm about to come on back over there. So my friend was like, Tracie, she likes you. I was like, no, she doesn't. I mean, I don't even know her. She's just being nice. She's like, no, she likes you. Oh, whatever. Because she would think everybody liked me. So I was like, no, she doesn't. So I was like, well, if I go over there and get food, I think I should take her something. I should take her flowers, a card, candle, to say thank you, because she made me food, right? So I went to the grocery
still
store.
In the ice.
It was icy as hell. I went to the grocery store because it was all like right around, us. Got her some flowers. I got her a little thank you card, and I drove to her house. I got stuck, took about 15, 20 minutes to get out of the ice. I was stuck, but it was worth it. And so I got to her house, and I, dropped off the candle and the flowers and thanked her. She gave me more food. I took it home. So for 3 or 4 days, you guys, I was going back and forth to get food. And I had to go back and take the containers to her to thank her. Like, I had to give her the clean containers. So I had to keep going back a little bit. So it felt like we were flirting. I didn't see that at the time, but clearly, there was energy, for sure. Because
she wrote me really sweet cards too. Because I have them.
What time now? What's the time now?
I don't remember the words. I just remember that they were
sweet.
Really sweet.
And so you guys, both of us at the time, we were single, but we kind of had little wannabe something. You called me a wannabe. We both kind of had a little situationship-ish, at the time. But it was, again, totally friendship, nothing, weird or it was all platonic and nothing outside of, bounds or anything. And so we just continued to we kind of started talking a little bit. We exchanged phone numbers.
Every day.
Yeah, we exchanged phone numbers. So we text in the morning, I got up to go to work early in the morning. She would text me, good morning. I'm like, why she text me at 7:30 in the morning to my good morning? So my little friend at the time was like, I think I stopped by there one day to drop off your pots and stuff, and I stayed for 2 or 3 hours. Mm-hmm. And
it was on a Sunday.
And she was like, well, where are you? And I said, oh, I'm at Cheryl's. I dropped off her stuff, and I'm just hanging out. And she was like,
I'm at my future wife's.
how long are you going to be there? I mean, then I didn't like that. I was like, girl, I will go home when I get home. I like that, didn't you? Don't you? So apparently she was starting to sense a little something, but there was nothing. I didn't sense anything. I didn't know there was anything. We were just
We were just giving each other cards and flowers.
Baby.
And food.
Baby.
Stuff.
But you weren't thinking anything, were you? Not really.
I kept cooking for you.
But you were cooking for other people too. Joseph,
Girl, I
Jaime.
didn't get dressed up for Joseph and Jaime.
Babe, why'd you get dressed
That's all
up?
I have to say about that.
Why'd you get dressed up, girl?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
I had to see those big brown eyes up close. Yeah.
Anyway.
For you, T.
Girl. So anyway, you guys, we had my wife had another friend who lived there. They were neighbors, and Laura,
Laura.
she's really super sweet, and so they would kind of y'all had just met a few months before I met you.
Yeah,
they had just
because
met
I
a few
had just
months.
moved there.
And so she worked a lot, and so then my wife would cook for her too, and they would, just kind of became like neighbor friends. And so, and then I got to meet Laura, and I loved her, and so I would go over, we'd hang out, all three of us would talk, and we all became like really good friends. And so we would, go out to eat, we would go to dinner together, we'd go have drinks, just kind of just hang out like girlfriends. And I was so like impressed by them because both of them, Laura too, so I was like, they're both like brilliant, badass women. I love a badass, hardworking woman that I can admire and look up to. I just love that. And she was definitely one of those. Both of them were. And so I remember telling my friend who I was, kicking it with, hanging out with at the time, I was like, oh my gosh, these women are so badass. I love being, in their space because they're brilliant. And she wasn't really as excited about my newfound friends, but maybe because she felt a little something early on. And what else, baby?
We didn't let that stop us.
Girl.
I'm trying to find Laura. Go ahead, finish telling me. I'm finding Laura so I can show you.
We can show you Laura. So we had dinner a few times and just kind of talked, again, chit-chatting a little bit. She had written a book that she hadn't published, but it really shared a lot of her story and her life, and she wanted me to read her book. And I thought, okay, that's interesting. And it was a book that only like 2 people had read.
My editor.
And her neighbor. And she wanted me to read it. So I was like,
My neighbor? Oh,
It was
yeah.
your neighbor. Yeah. And so I was
Yeah.
like, okay, well, I'll read it. So she would just send me different chapters. And so literally, I was like, okay, she's interesting. And so I just kept reading and just kind of like talking back and forth to her or whatever. Cheryl, why did you want her to read it?
I wanted, there's a couple of answers to this, or parts to the answer. For whatever reason, like she knew we were going to be really good friends for a long, long time, I felt that too. And I didn't know if it would be more than that. And I really wasn't thinking about that, but at least consciously. But it had always been a goal of mine to be fully seen and fully known by someone. And I felt I could trust her, and I wanted her to know me. That's the truth.
Isn't that interesting? I mean, don't you find that interesting that because we didn't know each other?
And like Tiffany's my best friend. She's never read it. And that's no slight to Tiffany.
Yeah.
That's just how it happened. I wanted to be fully known by this woman. There you have it.
Okay.
That's the truth. I'm about to find Laura.
So we started hanging out a little bit, you guys, talking on the phone, texting.
This is the night we had dinner with Laura.
Aww,
That's Laura in the middle.
Laura. She's from Spain.
And this is that's Laura in the front. And this was the night that we were standing at the valet saying, T, where do you live? This is me and Laura. C can take you home.
I was like,
I'm not getting in the car with her.
I wouldn't get in the car with her. Y'all was scared. I don't know why. I just felt uncomfortable or something. I don't know.
That was so funny to me.
I walked home. We lived really close by to the restaurant, and again, we lived 3 blocks from each other, so it was no big deal. And so
Back hurting and all, right?
Back was hurting. Head on some heels. I got nervous. I was nervous, I think. Yeah. No, I wasn't tempted. I just was nervous. There was like a nervous energy or something, and didn't even know why. Like it wasn't even like I could pinpoint why. I just was, right? And so again, we just kind of hung out February, March, and it was time for my birthday. And
I have more pictures. Go ahead.
Let me keep going. Or
Yeah, go ahead. I'm going to get the pictures.
Okay. And it was my birthday.
Back up the stories.
And so my wife was like, hey, we want to take you to dinner for your birthday, to Albernay Steakhouse, like just to really celebrate you. I was turning 48 at the time. And I was really excited, but I was like, okay, that's great, you know? And she said, and I want you to wear something that shows your legs. Girl, I got a lot of friends who are girls, and they don't say show your legs. They don't care about my legs. My friends don't care about my legs. Why the hell she want to see my legs? So I ordered me a little dress, you know. I ordered me a little dress to wear so I could show my legs. It was a trap. And so that night, you guys, hold on, baby, don't get to it yet. Wait, baby,
Hold on.
We've not gotten to that yet.
I know, but go ahead.
You can't even.
Go.
I was about to.
Go. Sorry, go. You know, I get excited.
So y'all, so I get there. Laura shows up, which she thought Laura may not come because she had to work late. And then Laura did come and she was like, oh, I was really hoping I could spend time with you. She didn't tell me that then, but she did later. But the whole night, you guys, she was so attentive. Like she was like, you know, holding the cake in front of me, asking to serve her a drink for me. She wanted to taste my martini, all that stuff. And I'm like, girl, we friends. And then, you know, we were taking little pictures. And so I put my little hand around her waist and I kissed her cheek. And then she made a boomerang and she wanted me to post the boomerang on my Facebook.
That's what I just showed him.
Now, I'm not a lesbian, but I want a wife now.
I mean, look at these friends looking at each other. What? Seriously? It's just wild.
It is wild.
Laura showed up.
And we were sitting next to each other. Look at her. Look. They should recreate these photos. You know what? That's a really good idea. We have the clothes.
Look how cute.
Laura was third wheeling and didn't
Right?
even know it. She didn't even know it. We didn't either at that moment, you know?
Isn't that cute?
Yes. I don't think I have that one.
You don't?
I don't think
I'll
so.
send it to you.
Yeah. Aw.
Wife. Now I get to send it to wife.
So flirty and cute, I know. So you guys, that was birthday night. So I posted on Facebook. Oh my God, thank you to my new friends for taking me to dinner for my birthday, blah, blah, blah. And my little friend was like, why? Y'all seem close in that picture.
Why are you rubbing her
Girl,
back?
you tripping. That's my new friend, my friend Cheryl. Are you tripping, you know, girl? Gosh. And y'all, what she wore to dinner, you know, we're on live, so we really can't, you know, show all that. But what she wore to dinner, why she wear that? That's all I'm saying. Yeah, she's a Leo.
That shirt was gorgeous. Thank you. Here we go again. It's called fashion tea. Well, you had your legs out.
You told me to. Anyway, you got the hook. I know. So it's my birthday. She sent me flowers to my house. You know, they had to be the biggest flowers, the biggest arrangement. I was like, this girl right here. So, yeah, we just kind of hung out for a few months, right? We just talked and texted and, you know, just nothing, very platonic. And then in the summer, maybe June, we didn't see each other for like a month or something.
Laura went out of the country, remember? And she left instructions for us to hang out and get to know one another while she was gone. And she wanted to hear all kinds of great stories when she got back, like where we went, what we did, you know, all of that. And we were like, okay, we're going to do that. And what did we do?
We didn't do it. We were busy.
Nothing.
We were both busy doing our busy stuff. And so then we were like, you said, hey, we have to get together because Laura's going to be home.
And this is embarrassing because we haven't seen one another.
Yeah. Girl, you hear that tapping? I'm going to go get them and you just keep telling me.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, baby.
I'm going to go get them.
I'll go get them.
You-
I'll go get
Well,
them.
y'all tell my baby that she don't have to get frustrated. That y'all know we have dogs. It's no big deal. Y'all don't care if we have to take a minute to...
It's just night time.
Baby, but we're talking. And when we go night-night, they're not used to hearing anything. If they hear our voice, they're going to want to be with us. Hi, little pumpkins. Is she on the way down? You about to get your cone back on your head. They said, we don't mind. It's okay.
Okay, good.
My baby, she's not had puppies in a minute. It's been a while. She's having... Was I playing hard to get? No, because it really was not like that, you guys. Honestly, it really wasn't. It really wasn't. So, okay, I'm gonna put them in the bag.
I'll put them in there, baby. I have to put their cones back on them.
Charlie, let's do Jetty's first.
Yeah.
Hi, Jet. It's time for you to come. We're gonna take a little break to put Jet's little cone back on him.
We're not going anywhere. You're gonna get to break with us. Come here, Charlie.
Just
No, Laura did not introduce us. We met through Ice Mageddon, which we told just a little bit ago. Come here, Charlie.
maybe too tight.
That's good.
That's not really tight though.
It's okay.
Look, it's about to come off.
It's tight enough for night.
Look.
Jet, try.
He's so sleepy.
It's your baby.
And she's sleepy too, but she don't want to go night night.
sleeping.
Just say night night to the baby.
on, I'm right here.
It's okay, baby girl. Okay.
He said, I'm so sick of this cone.
I know it's almost over, babies. Y'all won't have to wear it. When we get back from out of town, you get to take it off, okay? And you'll be free again. It does slow them down a little bit.
They were spayed and neutered. Yeah, and they have to wear this for 2 weeks.
They don't lick their...
So they don't, lick their wounds.
Hold on, Mommy. I'm going to take this a little tight. I'm going to make it a little
Their
less...
incision.
A little less tight, okay? There we go. Now, you like go night-night? Is she go night-night like a big girl? Is she go night-night, okay? Is she gonna be a good girl? Oh, she's so sleepy. Are you sleepy, Mommy? You're gonna go night-night. And we're gonna see you in the morning, okay?
Okay, you want me to take them? I'll take them.
Okay.
I'll be right back, guys.
Hey, go night-night with Mommy, okay? Uh-oh.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, finish telling this. I mean, don't finish, but just keep telling it. Come, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, bye, Mommy.
Okay.
So you guys, 2,000 people.
Don't leave out anything good.
So you guys,
I'm
again,
listening.
we start, talking, and then every morning I found myself waiting for her text. Why? I'm getting ready for work. She would be up. Good morning, sunshine. She was so sweet. I'm the Aries. She's a Leo. And I would look for her text, and we would text a little bit throughout the day or what have you. It was nice. It was just kind of like, again, attentive. She was attentive. And I was like, okay, got it. So again, both of us were doing our own thing. So we were not trying to, holler or anything like that. We were just, I don't know what we were doing. We just had energy. We had chemistry, I guess. Attentive, yes, for sure. And then so in June, we were like, we have to get together. We've not seen each other in a month or whatever. We've talked, but we hadn't seen each other. And so we were like, let's meet at True Lux. It's one of our spots. We would go listen to our favorite pianist, Clay, play, and we'd hang out, have a cocktail, listen to music. I would sing, and we just had a good time. And so we were going to meet up there for just like an evening of just hanging out. And so I was waiting for my wife because she was fashionably late. Como siempre. And I was on the phone talking to one of my friends.
I was being creative.
Yeah, she was being creative. And I was on the phone talking to one of my friends, and she pulled up. she pulled up and she wanted to make sure I knew that she was that girl, basically.
This little side story.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
We haven't heard this part before.
What, me saying it? Mm-hmm. Well, it's true though. And so she got out of her car late, pulled up, valet. Oh, hi, Cheryl. You know, I thought you put them in their crate. You didn't?
I did.
Oh my God! But Jed is in his. He probably scared to come out.
How did you get out?
Oh my goodness, Charlie! Baby, finish
Baby,
telling.
why is she so smart?
She's brilliant.
How did she get out?
Gifted and talented, baby.
Look at her. She can't even walk. She's staggering.
Come on, sleepy.
Go, baby.
Come on, sleepy.
She said, but I want to be in here with you.
Sleepy, mama. Come on.
Charlie said, no bars are going to hold me.
Charlie, come. Girl.
Charlie's a gangster. Here she goes.
Come on.
How did she get out, baby?
And then pop the gate and got out.
And pop the gate.
Come on, mommy.
The great escape.
Come on.
She's so tired.
She's exhausted. Mommy.
I don't know how she did that. See Murder Junior right there. She's a Cavapoo. They're both almost 7 months old, and he is a Maltipoo. Yeah. They're so cute. But they took their little tranquilizer, and that's why she was walking really slow. I can't believe they're still awake. That's crazy. Charlie has magic. Just trotting along. Oh my gosh. You have a toy Cavapoo? They're so much fun. This tattoo says a couple of forevers. T and I. Oh, no, this one says be sweet. This one says a couple of forevers. I didn't know which one was up. And 100% now. Yeah. She might. You have a Cavapoo? Aww. No, it wasn't painful. Baby, come. Come on. What is she doing? Why the tranquilizer? Because they had surgery. They were spayed and neutered. That's why they have the cones on. And they don't want them to run. And, you know, they're puppies. And especially Charlie, she's just like all over the place. And so they're afraid that they're going to, you know, pop their stitches or whatever. And that's what it looks like she's done, because her little incision is not flat. It kind of goes whoop, like she has a hernia now or something. So we keep giving them to them so they won't hurt themselves. But yeah. We're still writing a book, yep. Tell you a secret? T and I are both going to tell secrets.
What?
They said, tell us a secret, C. I said, T and I are both going to tell secrets. Here she comes. August 16th. Mm-hmm. Get over here, girl. Don't make me turn that camera. Why does she get this little girl look on her face, little mischievous look on her face? I'm going to set up 2 cameras next time.
Don't believe it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, where were we? Where were we?
You were talking.
Where was I? Where were we?
You were talking.
Where was I? Oh, meeting you at the Treehouse? Hey, why don't you just keep talking?
No.
Why do you like for me to tell a story?
I just like to hear it.
I want you to
I'm
tell
like
a
them.
story.
I like to hear it.
But I wanna
Cheryl
hear
pulled
it
up
too.
all fancy.
But I want to hear it too.
She
You
showed
tell
up
it.
late. Look. The valet.
So
She got out of the car.
She
You
got
were
in the
on the
car. I was
phone
on the
with
phone for my dog, and I was
Dog.
like, dog, this, she fine as, She just walked in I was, for the first time I thought like, girl, why are you responding that way? Because that's your friend. Seriously, I was like, girl, you need to pipe it down.
baby.
Anyway, that was the first night, you guys. I think that was really our first date, is what it feels like. Right?
Yeah, because it always felt kind of strange after that. Like when Laura wanted to come around, because I thought, I can't hide this energy. Not that anything had changed, nothing
Right.
had happened, but it felt different.
It felt different. That's the biggest thing.
It felt different, yeah.
And so that night, you guys, we were at the restaurant for 5 hours. Like seriously, for 4 or 5 hours, a long time. And we were having the best time. We were having beverages, we were listening to music, and all these people kept coming up to us and they were saying, oh my God, you are such a beautiful couple. Oh wow, we love your energy. You are so cute together. We were like, that's my friend. We're friends. No, it's not like that. We're friends. Literally 5, 6, 7 people, just all night long. And that was really kind of we should have known something then, but hindsight is 2020. So we had been there for a long time, you guys, maybe 3-4 hours. And I was like, okay, my little social battery was kind of wearing. And I was, okay, this is it's happy to go home. We had a good time. So I was like, oh my gosh, I had such a great time with you tonight. It was so amazing and fun. But I'm going to go because I have 2 babies at home and they're waiting for me, and let me just go ahead and go. And she's like, go walk them and come back. Who the hell is you to tell me to go walk my dogs and come back to the restaurant?
I said, go walk them and come back.
And did.
She said, okay.
So I walked my babies. I came back and we closed the restaurant down. You guys, they're in their crate.
They're in their crate.
They can't
It's
get out
okay.
now.
Thank you, though.
Well, they really are in the crate. She thought she had her.
I don't know what I did.
She
but
wasn't locked in. And so I came back and we spent the rest of the evening just hanging out. So it was really fun. And that was the first day that we were like, yeah, something's there. But still not it's going to be, it was
And that wasn't the tequila day.
No. So we just continued to have subsequent, just hang out.
Laura
dates.
came home.
Laura came home. It was
And that's when it
completely
became
awkward
odd.
because we didn't know what we were doing. We were just hanging out. So it's we didn't know what we were doing and we didn't want to involve anybody else. And it was just kind of weird. So it was kind of odd, for a minute. So my baby would act real strange. She would act like she wouldn't even talk to me much. She was very
I would put Laura in between us.
It was really weird.
Laura was our friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. My neighbor and became friends with both of us. Yeah.
We love her. So anyway, that was kind of odd, but I was like, girl, why are you acting funny? It was kind of interesting, but we didn't know what to do with it. It was just very odd. And so we just kept hanging out. Then we started hanging out by ourselves.
Yeah.
Without Laura.
Yeah.
And that's when we went back to True Lux, and that was the one time where I thought, oh yeah, there's definitely something.
How come?
Because we were having drinks. We liked tequila. Yes, we do. We still talk to Laura. Of course we did. We had a drink, couple of I don't know if we were doing shots or we were just doing our
Who
little
knows? We were listening to Clay,
ranch water.
drinking ranch water, but then sometimes we would
do
have
a
a
shot,
shot of tequila. Yeah, and it was one of those.
I had a shot of tequila, I guess, and she was like, oh, I want some tequila. And I was like, okay, great. Let me just get the server and get you some tequila. And she's like, no, I want that tequila. And she pointed to my mouth. And I'm like, good. Now, mind you, this is school teacher tea. I was I wasn't a school teacher then, but, I was very much more conservative and, modest and, like, did not do public displays of anything. And she asked for the tequila out of my mouth.
I said, I want some of that tequila.
Y'all, she was testing me the whole time she was. They say, you know what, see? And so, I gave it to her, and I was like, I can't believe you're doing this. What the hell is going on?
You used to write kids up for that.
Did. Teachers, principals, all of it. And so I did. And so that was a day where I was like, yeah, so there's clearly.
I hate looking at PDA, but if it's y'all, I'm getting popcorn.
And so you guys, that was not.
They want to know if you drizzled the tequila. Dribbled. Did you lose any? No.
She took it all. Rizzle. And so you guys, was that technically our first kiss? No, because remember it wasn't a kiss. It was just like an exchange, but a little kiss. But our first kiss, we started going to True Lux a lot more, and then one day we were leaving True Lux, and again, we live in like 3 or 4 blocks from each other. So I'd go to the right, she'd go across the street. So I'm going to the right, and she's like, follow me. Just why don't you just get in your car and follow me across the street? And I was like, girl, what?
To the Zaza.
Anyway, child, we had a little kiss in the car that night. Anyway.
Did you just embarrass yourself?
Yeah. That was it.
And then what happened?
Then we were just seeing each other at that point. It was just the two. We were just seeing each other. Like we didn't say we were dating. We were just like, just into each other, spending time together and all that.
And then in July. Or was it August? It was my birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Skip July. Okay, go ahead. Go, baby.
Anyway, nothing. Hell.
Tell.
So in August.
July. They're like, we didn't know anything about July.
August was her birthday. And she was turning 60. And so I don't know how this happened, but I ended up helping throw a party for her 60th birthday in August. And before that, I said, hey, I really want to take you out for your birthday, blah, blah, blah. And, I wanted to take her to Albernays, which is where she took me for my birthday. And so I got her some gifts and everything and took her to dinner, sent her flowers, like just trying to spoil the girl, So at dinner, at the end of dinner, we were about to have dessert. And I said, I have a question to ask you. And she's like, okay. And I said, will you be my girlfriend? The hell, my 48-year-old ass asked somebody to be my girlfriend? I'd never asked anyone to be my girlfriend. That's so like elementary-ish, right? But I did. I didn't even plan it. I don't know where it came from. I just asked her, and she said yes. She said yes. We walked out of the restaurant.
Yeah. Hand in hand. In public, like.
Which you had never done.
I'd never done that.
Not with a woman. Yeah,
no. Well, yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Oh, will it fit over?
What you need?
Charge my phone. It's gonna die.
Yeah.
Oh, I can just hook it to my laptop.
Oh, laptop. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Can you grab a bottle of water?
Yeah.
Since you're standing there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it was really crazy. Baby, why do they just keep typing July?
I don't know why, but they need to stop.
think so.
Baby, keep talking.
Why we skipped a whole month? That's what they want to know.
Yeah, we were skipping. She helped me buy furniture in July. What do you mean? She helped me pick furniture out, remember?
I helped her pick out furniture. That's right. You're right, baby.
Y'all don't be asking no grown people they stuff.
We're the grown people sitting here telling our stuff.
Y'all. So, her birthday, she said, yes, I'll be your girlfriend. Baby, talk about what you were feeling in that moment or thinking. Why'd you say yes?
What do you mean, why did I say
know,
yes?
but I mean, you were scared.
We didn't know I was scared yet. You're getting ahead of the story.
You didn't know? You weren't scared then?
I don't know.
Yeah, so we left that night. We left that night. Went to go listen to music at a local little, hotel that had live music. Walked in, saw her ex-girlfriend.
Go ahead.
What? What else?
What else?
And her ex-girlfriend was there with a friend that I used to hang out with. They were friends. Lesbian stuff. So
we left.
we were there 5 minutes. And we left. That was Saturday, you guys. So we were girlfriends on Saturday. And then we were girlfriends on Sunday. We were kind of girlfriends on Monday. And then by Tuesday, child, this one was like,
It was a lot.
I don't think I can do this.
Yeah.
And so we stopped seeing each other.
That's right. And that is exactly one of the things that I was scared about, is exes be ruining things.
They don't have to.
But they can.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, finish telling the story.
Baby, you talk. Why am I the one
I
talking?
love to hear you tell the story.
I like to hear you tell it.
Okay.
You pick up.
Okay.
Because you're the one that told me you were done. I mean, why am I going to talk?
Well, so in that 4 days.
Give you a hush.
That was quicker than the resurrection, they said.
3 days.
Well, it really wasn't as much about what happened that Saturday night and the exes, but that did play into it. It did, because I knew that I didn't want to go forward with any part of my past in my life. And I also knew that the friend that was with my ex that night, T's friend, was her friend. And I certainly wasn't going to, make her, not be a part of T's life or whatever because of my ex. And I just thought, oh, this is all of a sudden becoming very mucky. And then I started thinking about my mom and how she reacted the first time I was in a relationship with a woman and the toll it played on our relationship and my family and just all of that. And I felt like I didn't know if I could do it, honestly. And I looked at my sweet T and I said, she's amazing and she deserves more than I don't know if I can do it. And I do too. So, and I felt like there were too many people involved in our relationship that was so young, Yeah. So I told her that I couldn't do it. I got in my head. But that's really what happened. It was like I didn't want to drag any part of my past life forward with me. And I didn't know how to do that if, T's best friend or one of her best friends was in the middle of that, camp. So, and then my mom.
I think it was less about the former and more about the latter.
Well, that's what I said.
What you led with, like, the
No, I
friend
said,
stuff,
but that
which-
wasn't the main thing.
Because the thing is, like, that was just 2 days in. Like, that wouldn't have always been like that. The bottom line is there was not really an investment at that time. Like, because we were always like, kind of, what are we doing? Do we like each other? Do we, there wasn't like a foundation.
We
So
hadn't had an
without a
opportunity to
foundation,
do
there's
that.
not like, you're not going to fight for anything, right? So, we stopped seeing each other. And it was 4 months, 4.5 months or whatever. And it wasn't ugly though. It wasn't like, don't call me cussing. And it was nothing like that. It was really just like, hey, this is not working. And I was kind of confused. I was sad about it. But, we're also grown, real grown. And it's like, hey, I get it. If you're not ready or you don't think this is what you want, like, I get that. And I'm not going to push nothing. And I'm good and you're good. Like, we'll just keep it moving, right? And we did. And so, and then December, I sent her a message on Messenger. I saw an article about something that we had talked about before. So I just randomly sent her a message. And if I had thought about it, I wouldn't have, but I didn't. I just sent it to her, like instinct. And she immediately responded, and we just kind of started chatting. She offered that she would have never reached back out to me. Even though she thought about me and this and that, she would have never reached out to me because she's Leo and she's very stubborn.
That's not what I said.
Baby, you said you would have never done it.
Well, I wouldn't have, but that's not what I said. Because of the way I left and the fact that I left the first time, there is no way I would have called her and engaged her again if I didn't think I had everything to offer her that I felt she deserved. And so I didn't call. But she called, and that opened the door for us to begin to talk. But she called, and that opened the door for us to begin to talk. And that.
See, there's one bar. We frozen. It wouldn't freeze. Oh no.
This is a hate crime. Oh no.
What the hell, Auntie? Is it back?
Still frozen?
Okay, it's back. It's back.
It didn't freeze on this end. We're back. Okay. Yay.
And so, I went over, hung out. We talked about everything, you guys. And even going back, grapes, it was like, as friends, like there was no question or wondering or, we're gonna get back together, we're gonna start dating. It was nothing like that. It was straight friendships, and focus on being friends. And so we just kind of talked and text, and we just hung out a little bit. And then in January, she was like,
Baby, let's talk about that night. Let's talk about it.
go.
We were there for 10 hours.
Well, talk about it, baby.
It was amazing. So she told the valet when she got there, she said, he took her car and she said, oh, you can just leave it up here because, I'm just going to be about an hour. And she brought a bottle of champagne. And I had been on a cleanse, and so I wasn't drinking, but I drank champagne with her. And then, 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, one bottle's gone. I said, well, I think I have some champagne around here. So, 2, 3, 4 hours, another bottle, and then another bottle on hour 6, 7, and 8. And so 3 bottles later, we're two-stepping on the patio and just having the best time. And like I said, we talked through everything, and it didn't, we didn't say, oh, we're going to get back together or anything like that. T just kept saying, I'm just so glad we're friends. And I, said, I knew. It was like right after the first of the year, and I kind of cleaned house with some friends that needed to kind of be, let go. And I knew in this new stage of my life that the one person that wasn't in my life that I wanted in my life was T. and I didn't know how to make that happen, but here we were. So it was a beautiful, it was just a beautiful, real clean, clear beginning.
It was. So then she was doing a cleanse, and she was like, hey, do you want to, no, she was about to do a cleanse, and I said, hey, I want to do the cleanse with you.
I was just telling her about it.
And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I want to do it with you. And she's like, no one ever wants to do a cleanse with me. So we did. So basically she did all the meal prep and cooking, and she made my lunch, made my little breakfast shakes, and then every night for dinner, I would go over and she would cook, and we would eat, and we'd talk about just like life and relationships and faith and what we want out of life, and, you know, family and just connection. Every night, like for hours and hours and hours, every single night we did that.
For 21 days.
And then randomly, my wife was like, no.
You were talking friends.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, I wanted her to know, I guess for me, why I kept talking about being friends is because I wanted her to know I was not pressuring her. I was not expecting anything. I was okay with us being friends. It was very important that I tell her that. And apparently I told her too many times because it got on her nerves. And she said,
the reason it got on my nerves, y'all, is because she wasn't looking at me like we were friends. And I was like, you know what? I'm really, to myself, I'm really sick of this, okay? Because this is what got us nowhere before. I said that. I said, we're repeating the same behavior.
You did, dynamic.
The same dynamic that was created the first time is continuing here. And so this friends thing, I'm not buying it.
And she said, my friends don't look at me the way my friends don't look at me the way you look at me. And I don't look at my friends the way I look at you. So we need to unpack that. Child.
Right here and right now.
My little heart just started pitter-pattering. Just got real warm and soggy, and I said, I've always been in love with you. But I cried when I said it.
She was crying. It was amazing.
She's like, I've always been in love with you. And from that moment, it was like, okay, so we admitted that. Okay, good. That's good. That's good. And then I just went on home, and like even you guys, every night when I would leave her house after dinner and we'd do all this talking, we would just hug or kiss on the, maybe like a couple weeks in I kissed you on the cheek. But even before then, it was just not even a kiss on the cheek, a hug, and I was gone. Even that night, it was still, even though I said, I love you, it was just a hug, maybe a kiss on the cheek, and I left. And then the next day she's like, hey, what are you doing for Valentine's Day?
It was that night I asked you.
That night you did? Okay, I don't remember if it was that night or
night.
next day.
Just
Tell me.
very light casual though. You know, I didn't try to make a big deal out of it because we'd already said enough big deal. I said, what are you doing Valentine's Day? And she said, oh, I don't know, I don't have any plans. I said, well, let's do something. You know, don't make any plans. Are you asking me to be your Valentine? I said, no, I didn't say all that.
She did say that.
I didn't say all that. Just, you know, mark it on your calendar. She said, okay.
Girl, I was counting down to the Valentine's Day. I was talking to all my friends, like, what do you think's going to happen? And she won't tell me what we're doing. I just kept bugging her. What are we going to do? What do I wear? How do I dress? And finally, maybe a couple days before, she was like, just, you know, basically, I want you to wear something that just makes you feel more beautiful than you've ever felt in your entire life. And I was like, okay. So girl, your auntie got on the website, got on Fashion Nova, got me a little black dress, because you know Fashion Nova fits. So I got me a little black dress that was body-yaddy-yaddying. And,
Baby, can we back up?
What?
You skipped over the whole good part.
What?
I called Joe.
Baby, that's because you have to, I shouldn't be just telling the story, baby.
I was talking, and then you went to body-yaddy-yaddy.
Why you say it like that? Like it's bad.
I didn't say it's bad. I'm just saying. We got to talk about the ringy.
Back up.
Before you body-yaddy-yaddy.
Back up, T. Back up. Excuse me. Pardon me, son. Go ahead, baby. She said you went straight to body, yaddy, yaddy.
So when I was sitting there that night, after she said, I've always been in love with you, it was the craziest thing because as we continued to talk, it was like I knew, I had this knowing, that's the best way I can tell you, that everything I'd been praying for was sitting right in front of me. And I knew that I wanted to spend my life with her. And I knew that I could make an amazing life with her. And I've never had that feeling in my life. And it was like this confidence that I felt about us. And I got up the next morning and I called Joe, the jeweler Joe. And I said, friend, I need a ring. He said, what? Like for you? No, not for me. And I said, I need a ring for Tracie. Tracie? Who's Tracie? Because we've been friends for 40 years. He's like, I don't know Tracie.
Sure did.
She only wanted a band, she said. Okay, all right. Now, Joe, but you know we can't just do any band. He said, I know. So we designed and made her a band with 20 diamonds all the way around it. It's just a band.
It's right here.
That was it. Yeah.
Don't look at my nails and they'd be done.
And it was made in New York. And we picked all the diamonds and all that good stuff. And it was going to take 2 weeks. And we had about 2 weeks till Valentine's Day, which was pretty perfect. And he was pushing. So no one knew at this point but me and Joe. And for 2 weeks, T, she doesn't like surprises. And so she said, you have to tell me what where we're going because I need to know what to wear. And I don't like surprises. And I wasn't listening to anything she had to say. I mean, nothing.
As usual.
Nothing. And I didn't tell any of my friends either. No one knew this was,
Kids.
no one knew this was happening but me and Joe. And I called Clay from Trulux, and I said, are you booked on Valentine's? And he said, well, what night? Because that's Monday, but it's, Saturday, Sunday, what? And I said, well, if Valentine's is on Monday, let's just do Monday. That's, perfect. So he was going to bring his wife, which was so cute because he had no idea it was just going to be us. And so he said, I'm going to tell Nicole. She's gonna really enjoy that. Now, who else? How many people are going to be here? I said, well, just me and Tracie. He said, oh, maybe I won't bring Nicole. I said, okay. But he had no idea that we were, moving in that direction. Mm-hmm. And so we set it all up, and I decorated, and my friends helped me go and get the tables, and, it was Valentine's. It was Valentine's Day, and I sent T flowers to everywhere, to her work, to her home, to everywhere.
To your place.
Yeah.
For dinner.
Yeah. And I told Clay, I said, what?
No, go ahead.
Oh, I told Clay, I said, Tracie's coming, and when you hear, I walked out into the hallway, and I said, when you hear the door open, I want you to start playing Fever. He said, okay. He's like, what have I gotten myself into? So I go outside, and I'm standing there this long.
We're at 1 million, baby.
We are?
Woo!
Let me get the confetti.
Oh my gosh, we're like, girl, we all into the story. Sorry, thank you.
Here I come.
Here's the confetti.
Here's I come. Hold on. We always have confetti ready. Confetti ready. Ow. Ow. Here, baby. Don't do them without me.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm coming. I'm coming. Oh,
1
hard.
million likes.
ready?
Yes. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo! Oh my God.
Yay!
Oh, that was fun. Thank y'all.
You guys snuck that in on
But
us.
they
I
said-
wasn't even
they
watching
said, bro,
that.
my finger's burning.
That's amazing.
Thank you all
Perfect
so much.
timing. I love it. Yay. Aww. Baby, do you remember the first time we hit 1 million?
It was, girl.
Do you remember that?
I don't
Sitting in
remember
the
exactly
dining
what it-
room?
Oh, I do
my
remember.
God. At Azure?
At Azure, uh-huh. Oh, that was
We
so
were
fun.
crying. We just couldn't even believe it.
That's just such
Do you
it's a
remember?
big deal. Like, that's a lot of likes.
I know.
Y'all take care of us. Thank you. Now get back to the story.
Right, that first million was
enough
everything.
celebrating. Get back to
But
the
we
story.
always feel that every time.
The carpal tunnel's hitting. Sorry, Kristen. Kristen. Please so sorry.
Oh,
Um,
I have proposal pics. Sure do. Okay,
so-
baby.
Okay.
Where were we?
I walked in. I
To
hear
Fever.
Fever playing. I have like all these. I have 100 roses. I have gifts for her for Valentine's Day.
She had a shopping cart.
And I walk in and I hear Fever and I'm like, that's Clay. Now again, I'm still thinking, oh my God, the surprise is she got Clay to come play for us because we saw him every week. So it was like we knew him. Baby, she had rose petals everywhere. I walked in, petals on the restroom, sink, tub, toilet, everywhere. I don't know how many dozens of roses she had. Bathtub, everywhere. So I have in my blouse. I know, y'all, they're everywhere. So that night it was great. We had music, we had good food. We were just having a great time. I felt beautiful. She looked amazing. And then it was like 4 hours Clay had played.
We sang with him. We danced with him. It was just the three of us. It
Yeah.
was so fun. We had champagne and we had this beautiful charcuterie and it was all set up kind of like a nightclub. That's what I was going for. Yeah, and the sunset was gorgeous and it was so sweet. Yeah, so 4 hours passed like that for real. And Clay was like packing up and I went, oh my God, like I haven't asked her. I'm saying to myself, I didn't have anybody to talk to. I said, girl, you haven't even asked her. That's what we came here for. So I thought, okay, in a split second, I thought, do I tell Clay to play one more song? But then that might be kind of weird that he's part of that. Mm-hmm. And then I thought, no, just let him go home and you'll figure it out, right? I'm shaking in my shoes.
Can y'all see my baby like just nervous and shaking?
I was so nervous.
I couldn't even tell. You didn't. I didn't see it.
Good. So T says, after Clay left, we turned on the music so we'd have some ambiance, and she sat down and she was just kind of, just enjoying,
Reflecting on the night.
yes, reflecting on the night. And I just can't imagine how anything could be any better. And I got to run to the restroom. Okay, so she goes to the restroom, and I'm like literally thinking, girl, you got to do this.
Step it up.
So I walk over to the table where I hid the ring box. And I pulled it over onto our little table that we were sitting, like a bistro table right across from the piano. And I had it in front of me, and it was this beautiful it was a Chanel box, a little black box with that Chanel white flower on the top. And there was so much stuff on the table. It wasn't like standing out.
That's right.
We had stuff rose
Flowers
petals
everywhere.
Yeah, stuff was everywhere.
Sorry.
And that's okay. And so she came out and she sat down and she said again, this has been the best day of my life and just so perfect, and I can't imagine how it could be any better. Got myself together. Very confidently. I pushed the box over in front of her and I said,
Baby, I saw that box and I knew. Like you just know. As a woman, your instinct kicks in and you know that's a ring. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I jumped up, didn't I? Because I was sitting at the time at the bar stool. I jumped up.
And started jumping up and down.
Oh my God. My hands in my face. I mean, I was just like, what in the world? I opened the ring, opened the box and saw the ring. And I was like, and then you said, will you spend your life with me? I was like,
I think I forgot to ask her.
she did initially.
And she said,
are you going to ask me to marry
Are you going to ask me? And I was like, yes. Yeah.
And then she said, will you spend your life with me? And I said, yes. And I was just so overcome with emotion. And so I just kind of fell to my knees and I just was like, kissed her feet and her leg all the way up to her little chin. And I was just like, her shin, and just kissed her, like, just to show like my affection for her. And I grabbed her hand, her ring finger hand. And I said, I'm going to take care of this finger. And I just want her to know I was going to take care of that finger. And
she didn't go home that night.
I didn't go home that night.
That was the end of going home.
That was the end of going home.
Yeah.
And so we were engaged. We were engaged.
Tell what happened the next morning.
What do you mean? Being sleepy at work?
All of it. You posted us on Facebook,
Oh,
but you
I
couldn't
did the
tag
next
me because
day.
I hadn't told my family.
So I was so excited.
You wore your ring.
Right. So the next day I was like, of course, I told my friends immediately, my sister, like they all knew. And I posted on Facebook, like, about last night. I said yes, but I couldn't post her. I couldn't say it was her at the time because she hadn't told like all her family. So I couldn't say engaged to Cheryl Parsley because her family didn't know. But I had my little ring on, wore it to work. And, at work, you guys, I never talked about my personal life. I never said I was gay. I never said, like, people knew, but I just didn't talk about it. So for me to walk my ass into work, with this diamond-ass band on, it was pretty, people noticed it right away, like,
Yeah.
Dr. Brown, is that... Yeah, so we were engaged. And at that point, we didn't know like how long it would take for us to get married. But we knew it would not be long, but we didn't really have an idea. But I knew I still wanted to propose to her. And I told her I was going to take care of that ring, that finger. I'd already looked a little bit, nothing like serious, but I had looked at a few rings. And I found a ring for her, and 2 days later, on February 16th, which is the 1-year anniversary of our meeting in person, I proposed to her.
But tell them how you did it.
Baby, can you talk? You tell them. Now, can you tell? This is about
Okay.
you now, so you...
Okay, I'll tell them.
She always wants me to talk.
I just love hearing the story. So she invited me to go to True Lux as fiancés. And
Oh, I love saying fiance. I was like, ooh, my fiance.
that was her favorite,
My fiance. My
favorite
fiance.
part of it. Yeah, it was so
We should
funny.
have been fiancés longer.
So we went to True Lux, and we sat right in the front, right by Clay, which was great. And she had a bag with her, but it was like a real shopping bag, like large, like you would put like a sweater and a pair of jeans and maybe a pair of shoes. It was big like that. And maybe halfway through the evening, she put the bag up on the table. And I thought, oh, how sweet. She got me, it was very lightweight. And I thought, oh, she got me a nice scarf or something. I think it was a Neiman's bag, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a Neiman's bag. So I thought, oh, she got me a nice scarf as her fiance. And so it was filled up with tissue. So, I was having fun. I was, throwing the tissue and, laughing. And I get all the tissue out and there's a bag. And so I pulled the bag out and threw the bag. the other bag. And, it was a bag inside of a bag inside of a bag.
It was so cute, that video.
And I get down to the last little bag, and it's a little black bag. And I don't think anything except black bag, small, lightweight, like what's inside here. And I wanted to get excited, but I didn't want to let myself get excited. I didn't want to let myself get excited because I thought it could be a really beautiful pair of earrings. It could be a really sweet bracelet. It could be anything, and I don't want to be disappointed, whatever it is. But I really hadn't thought about it, but I really hope it's a ring. How fun would that be? But I hadn't thought about it seriously because we were already engaged, and I thought, well, I'll just get she'll get me a band when we get married, and, we'll be on with it. And, but all of a sudden, faced with the thought of it, it was like, wow.
That, though.
Yeah. So I was afraid to open it. You remember how I just sat there?
I was like, baby, open it.
I was afraid to open it. So I opened it, and it was a ring.
And I cued Clay and told him, whenever I give you the little cue, I want you to start playing All My Life.
Yeah.
All of Me, the John Legend, he mixes the John Legend All of Me with Casey and JoJo's All My Life, like, together, and it's just a beautiful medley.
And everyone in the restaurant was clapping.
They all knew, because I'd like,
because everybody knew but me. Yeah, so it was super sweet. Yeah.
And it was really the place we really kind of fell in love, too.
Yeah.
So it's like, it was just very special to do that.
Yeah. It really was. Yeah.
So we got engaged, and then we were fiancés, and we were like, when are we getting married? Like, we knew we wanted to do something kind of private. We didn't want to do like a big shindig. And so we decided to get married like at our home. Well, it was your home then. I hadn't moved in. And so, you guys, we got engaged February 14th and 16th, respectively. And then on my birthday, March 23rd, we went and got our marriage license. And we were like, okay, we have 45 days or 60 days or whatever it is. After you get your license to get married, we waited 72 hours. Because that was the minimum amount of time you can wait before you can get married. And we waited 72 hours.
We got married on the 73rd hour.
Yes. At the house.
In fact, the judge says, let me see what time it is, just to make sure.
That it's been 72 hours.
Yeah.
So we got married at the house, just the two of us and the judge. And then we had a reception later.
We went to Vegas, baby.
Went to Vegas first.
Because you have to have a Vegas wedding, too.
That's right. Went to Vegas, and with Elvis. And then we had a reception for our family and friends. And then we had a vow renewal in Puerto Vallarta.
With our TC fam.
And some of our friends.
Yeah.
Yes, we're in Texas. So that is how we met.
We love you guys.
Back to July.
Back to July.
How did your mom
It's
take
over
the engagement?
already?
Yes. How'd your mom take the engagement, they said?
Everyone was surprised. I mean, period. Because we'd done all this, getting comfortable with one another and getting to know one another and trust one another and discover what we wanted out of life. All that stuff was not done with an audience at all. I didn't leave T or her leave me and me call, Tiffany and say, hey, this is going on. We made a decision that we were just going to process whatever it was or was going to be or not be just ourselves. So everyone was surprised.
And thank God we did that, though, baby.
Yeah, because
it protected us, I think, and just allowed us the space to just be.
Yeah.
Laura's reaction, was she so shocked when you told her?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't.
Baby,
I wasn't.
everyone was.
I know, but about Laura because she was around a little bit. She was very supportive, by the way. But I don't know if she was
completely.
shocked. Was she shocked?
Yeah. No one knew.
Yeah.
She didn't even, suspect.
Anything. Because, child, we kept her at bay after that.
Auntie C came out married.
Basically.
Yeah, so.
I'm new here and staying forever. Thank you, L
Aw.
Train. We're so glad. Welcome to the TC fam. Then what, Big Me?
Oh, my kids were so excited.
They're so
they
sweet.
love tea so much.
I love them. They're great.
Yeah, they're just such big-hearted, open-minded, accepting, beautiful humans, so.
Yeah. Dream location for a vow renewal. We probably will. You think we'll renew it 5 years? Maybe?
Yeah.
We'll probably renew it 5 years.
Yeah, we're at 3.
Yeah, I don't know where we'll do it though.
Someplace fabulous.
Overseas. Somewhere fabulous.
Somewhere fabulous.
How old are the kids? The youngest is 29. The oldest is 34.
Yeah.
She
So
did
they're
raise them
grown.
that way.
Yeah.
So that's our story, you guys. Big niece said, we coming. Okay, girl.
You guys better be there. Right, baby?
That's right. Thanks for telling me. You're welcome, Shanti. Now, we have Thursday and Friday still left of our TC Fam anniversary week. Tomorrow.
Mahogany said I'm going to be the flower girl.
That's right, Momo. Tomorrow, baby.
Yeah.
What are we doing tomorrow for live?
Tomorrow's Thursday.
I know.
What would you like to do?
What we're gonna do, we said we're gonna do live.
Well, I don't know, but we don't have to say it in case we change our minds.
We're definitely going live tomorrow, but we're not
We're
gonna
going
tell you
live,
what
but we're not
doing.
telling you what we're
Because
doing.
we have an idea, but we're like, what if we change our mind? We want to be, we just
We
want
want
to.
to have that freedom.
Big niece said, y'all cooking? Well, maybe. But we're not. Maybe. That's what we were like, well, let's not say it yet because we don't want to disappoint them. But we can.
Right now,
We can do a little
tomorrow's
something.
looking very easy and light.
I'm sleepy.
But you just never know what happens.
That's true.
So we were planning to cook tomorrow because neither one of us have to go to Dallas or.
Emily's doing beach cleanup for TC Fam Gives Back. Yay!
Wonderful.
We are this weekend we're working at a food pantry, and then we're also volunteering for Ronald McDonald House. So we're excited about that. We have 2 volunteer gigs this weekend. So our TC Fam anniversary, 2 years of the TC Fam, we're asking everyone to volunteer this weekend. Whether it's 30 minutes, 45 minutes, anywhere in your community, wherever you see the need. And we're asking you all to pledge to volunteer using the link in our bio. We want you all to post pictures this weekend.
Yeah.
Tag us, post pictures.
Please, we want to see what
Hashtag
everyone's
TC Fam Gives
doing.
Back.
Yeah.
And tag us as well so we can also repost. So we're excited about that. And we're going to Kansas City on Friday. So, yeah, we got a lot going on the next couple of days. Did mine last Friday. I volunteered at a senior community back
Awesome.
in. Oh, awesome, Danielle. Make sure that during this weekend, if you took pictures, that you post pictures and tag. Even though you did it last weekend, it doesn't matter when. We love to include your photos as well. Okay?
Okay, guys,
All right,
we
we're
love you
tired
so
now.
much and we're exhausted.
Y'all made us tell us that story, and we're like, ooh.
I love telling that
I
story.
know. They talking about July. July? We ain't got nothing for you. July, we just hung out.
That's nice, Big Knee.
What'd you say?
She made bags to give away at the cancer center.
Oh, nice. Giving back, right? Big
That's
Knee?
right. Good night.
We love y'all so much. We hope to see y'all tomorrow. We're not sure what we're doing, but it'll probably be around the same time, maybe 7 and 8.
We'll
somewhere
try to
around
go
there.
as
We'll try
early
to go
as we
earlier
can.
because
Yeah.
when it gets later, we get sleepy.
Yeah, like now.
Yo tengo sueño.
You see, yo también.
Baby, Shan stayed
You'll
up.
want to go night-night.
Past the 51 is still up.
Aw.
I can't believe it. Good night, Caroline, Brianna.
Baby, we have 1,700
1,700
people
people.
stayed up.
Be sweet,
We love
Shannon.
you guys.
She said be sweet.
Be sweet.
Colleen, can't wait to meet you and see you. Brookie, love you. Bye, Megan. Bye,
Good
split
night,
check,
Cordy
Maya.
Aspen.
Maya's doing the countdown to her graduation.
I love it. Love it.
Good night, Torn Dog, Heather. It's Callie.
Gigi.
Bye, Gigi. Mary.
Tyus, love you.
Thank y'all for the gifts, for the roses. Thank you for
Maisha,
1.3
Robbie.
million likes.
Yes, you
Taps.
guys tapped your little hearts out. We
Love you,
appreciate
Cherish, Paloma, Emily. Thank you
it.
so
Oh,
much.
thank you,
Corey.
Emily.
Be sweet, everyone. Someone said night, aunties.
Good night, Jazzy.
All right, we're going to go night-night.
Okay,
Your
we love you
baby's
guys.
sleepy.
I know I am too. I don't know how I got just tired of. I think it was the telling the story.
And then now
I'm
you're like, we're married. Let's go night-night.
we love you guys. Be
Mwah.
sweet.
See y'all tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
How do I get the
Tell them be
thing?
sweet again, just in case they
Be
forgot.
sweet. Don't forget. Oh, we have to take that off. Yeah, you're right.
How you
Hang
doing?
on. Hang on. Why is it not going off? Oh, there.
There you
now
go.
I can do it. Yeah.
Oh,
Love
I
you
look
guys.
bright.
We couldn't even see ourselves all night, so hopefully it looked okay.
It looks so little now, look.
The comments.
Yes.
I know.
Oh my God, it's so
I'm
tiny.
used to seeing them big now.
Love you, Jackie. Bye, Alicia. Stay. We gotta go to sleep.
We gotta go night night.
We sleep.
We're tired. I feel like Jet right now.
I'm about to carry you upstairs.
You have to carry me. I feel like Jet. Love you guys.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.